Daily life for Native Americans. In general, Native American men and women had clear roles. Both roles were vital to a group's survival. Women played the central role in gathering and preparing food. If there were farm fields or gardens, women were responsible for them. They also gathered wild foods such as nuts and berries. After a successful hunt, the women butchered the bison or cleaned the fish. Women were also in charge of family and home life. A key task was caring for children. In addition, women made clothing and other household goods. On the plains in the north-central part of the United States, this task included preparing and sewing bison skins. In the Pacific Northwest, a woman might make clothes using cedar bark. For nomads who moved often to search for food, household work meant moving the house too. Plains women, for example, took down the teepees and put them up in the new camping place. Native American men did the hunting and fishing for their village and family. While women usually tended crops, men handled some key agricultural tasks. For example, they helped clear fields for planting. Men's work also included protecting the community when different groups came into conflict over land. Men also traveled from the village on trading missions. 2. Compare and contrast. List 2 roles that women played in feeding their families. List 2 roles that men played in feeding their families. Children's roles. Native Americans treasured children and believed they had a special connection to the spirit world. Young children were watched carefully by their parents and the whole village. They stayed close to their mothers to be fed and protected. They helped mothers in their work. Childhood, however, was short. Children became adults in their early teenage years. Boys and girls began training early to learn the roles of men and women. Boys had to prove themselves in difficult tests, such as spending time alone in the wilderness. Girls also learned wilderness skills, such as how to gather food. Both boys and girls learned from storytellers who passed on the group's traditions. Of course, both Native American children and adults also had fun. Some groups held celebrations to mark key events in a child's life, such as the first fish caught. Children also played many games, some of which taught skills they would need. For example, the people of the northern woodlands played a form of lacrosse. Playing the game prepared young men to be hunters and warriors. 3. Fill in the chart with the details about the roles of Native American men, women, and children.